Right now, your eyes are reading these words. Your ears are picking up sounds around you. You can probably feel your clothes against your skin. Maybe you smell coffee, or rain, or nothing at all. It feels completely ordinary. But every single experience you've had since the day you were born has entered your life through just 9 tiny openings in your body. Every face you've ever loved, every song you've ever cried to, every sunset, every nightmare, every memory, everything. 9 doors. If just one of those doors had never opened, you would be living in an entirely different universe. Not metaphorically, literally. Think about someone born completely deaf. Music doesn't exist in their world the way it exists in yours. A person born blind has never seen a sunrise. They've never watched waves crash against a beach, never looked into another person's eyes. The world didn't change. Only one door did. And suddenly, reality became something else. Which raises a disturbing question. How much of the world are you missing without even realizing it? Most people assume their senses reveal reality. Science says they don't. Take your eyes. You probably think they show you everything in front of you. But visible light makes up less than 1% of the electromagnetic spectrum. The rest is invisible. Right now, waves are passing through your body. Radio waves, infrared light, ultraviolet light, X-rays from distant galaxies. Your eyes ignore almost all of it, not because it isn't there, because they were never built to see it. Bees can see ultraviolet patterns hidden inside flowers. Pit vipers can detect heat. Some birds can sense Earth's magnetic field as they fly across continents. Every one of them experiences the same planet, yet each lives in a completely different reality. Then there's sound. Dogs hear frequencies you will never hear. Whales communicate across entire oceans using vibrations too deep for human ears. Bats navigate through echoes that sound like silence to you. Imagine standing beside a bat. To you, the cave is dark. To the bat, it's filled with detail. Not because the cave changed, because its doors are different. But here's where it gets even stranger. Your senses don't simply collect information. They throw most of it away. Every second, your eyes receive millions of bits of visual information. Your ears detect countless vibrations. Your skin constantly reports pressure, temperature, and movement. If your brain showed you all of it, you wouldn't be able to function. So instead, it deletes, it filters, it guesses, it fills in missing pieces. In fact, neuroscientists believe your brain isn't showing you reality. It's showing you a prediction, an edited version of reality that's just useful enough to keep you alive. You don't see the world as it is. You see the world your brain thinks you need to see, which explains something we've all experienced. Have you ever searched everywhere for your phone, only to realize it was in your hand, or failed to notice a friend waving directly at you? Not because your eyes failed, because your brain decided that information wasn't important. Reality was there. Your mind simply never let it in. Thousands of years before neuroscience, before psychology, before anyone knew what neurons even were, ancient Indian philosophers made a remarkably similar observation. They described the human body as a city with 9 gates. 2 gates allow you to see, your eyes. 2 allow you to hear, your ears. 2 allow you to breathe the world in, your nostrils. 1 lets you taste, eat, and speak, your mouth. And 2 lower openings, completing the 9 gates through which life is experienced. According to them, every experience of life had to pass through one of these 9 gates before it could ever reach you. But they believed something even more unsettling. You are not the gates. You are the one standing behind them. But who is standing behind those gates? It's a question that has puzzled philosophers for thousands of years. Because if your eyes are simply windows, then you cannot be your eyes. If your ears are only collecting sound, then you cannot be your ears. If your brain is editing reality before you ever become aware of it, then who exactly is awareness? Modern neuroscience has revealed something fascinating. The world you experience is never the world that actually reaches your senses. Between reality and your conscious experience, your brain is constantly making decisions. It ignores billions of pieces of information. It predicts what you're about to see. It fills gaps. It corrects mistakes. Sometimes it even invents things that were never there. Optical illusions work for exactly this reason. Your eyes aren't being fooled. Your brain is. And once you realize that, another question appears. How many illusions have you never noticed? Think about memory. Most people imagine memories as recordings. They're not. Every time you remember your childhood, your first kiss, or the worst day of your life, your brain rebuilds that memory from fragments. It changes small details, adds new ones, removes others, then stores the edited version. The next time you remember it, you're remembering the copy, not the original. Your memories don't simply describe your past, they slowly rewrite it. Even emotions change the gates. When you're afraid, the world feels dangerous. Neutral faces look threatening. Small sounds become alarming. When you're in love, the same streets seem brighter. The same songs sound deeper. The same rain feels beautiful. The city hasn't changed. Only the one experiencing it has. Perhaps that's why two people can witness the same moment and spend the rest of their lives telling completely different stories. Reality enters through the same doors. Meaning does not. Meaning is created inside. And maybe that's what those ancient philosophers were trying to tell us. The 9 gates were never the destination. They were the reminder. Everything you call your world is filtered before it ever becomes your experience. Your anger, your happiness, your fears, your ambitions, your identity. Every one of them begins with information passing through these gates, before your mind quietly turns it into a story. So perhaps the greatest prison was never the body. It was believing the gates were the world itself. The strange thing is, you will probably never experience reality exactly as it is. No human ever has. Every person who has ever lived has looked at the universe through the same small collection of doors, each believing they were seeing the whole picture, each seeing only a fraction. Maybe that's why wisdom has never been about collecting more information. Maybe it's about realizing how little of reality we actually perceive. Tonight, when you look at the stars, remember something. The light reaching your eyes began its journey years, sometimes thousands of years, before you were born. It passed through space, through Earth's atmosphere, through your pupils, through your optic nerves, through billions of neurons, before finally becoming what you call a star. By the time reality reaches you, it has already traveled through countless filters. And yet, that tiny glimpse has inspired every poem, every religion, every scientific discovery, and every question humanity has ever asked. Perhaps the universe isn't asking us to see everything. Perhaps it's asking us to wonder what lies beyond the 9 doors we'll never fully escape. Because everything you've ever known, every person you've loved, every dream you've chased, every truth you've believed has entered your life through just 9 tiny gates. The greatest mystery was never what exists beyond them. It's whether you've ever truly seen the world or only the version your gates allowed you to see. Thank you for watching Vinta.